So I think all we have to do is follow the trail along the river.
What size is the cache we're looking for?
Yep. Oh boy. Let's find out. Regular. It's regular.
It's so funny, all of us out in nature with our electronics.
Yeah. Caxax, how's it going? Happy last day of 2018. We're out here looking for a regular size cache, so it's going to be probably about the size of an ammo can. The difficulty is 2 and the terrain is a 1. Yeah, it is a great view. We're here in Massachusetts. That can't be right because this isn't street accessible, so it's got to be a difficulty 1, terrain 2.
Okay.
No, it's difficulty 2, terrain 1.
And difficulty means access?
No, just how tricky it is to find.
Oh, okay. And terrain is 1?
Yep.
Well, this is 1. This terrain.
But it's not wheelchair accessible. Now when you go to set up a cache, it has to be, for it to be a 1 terrain, it has to be wheelchair accessible.
But I think this is.
Perhaps.
I think it's considered.
So if you find a cache on the last day of 2018, you get a souvenir from geocaching.com. They're these electronic souvenirs. It's called the Goodbye 2018 souvenir. If you find one tomorrow, on the first day of the new year, it's the Hello 2019 souvenir. So I'm out here today and I'll be out tomorrow, so I can get those 2 souvenirs in 2 days. Usually it takes a full month to get a souvenir.
Oh, look at all the lumber down.
Who's with you? Park ranger? Nope. It's Mama Cash.
Let's do the coat. That's funny.
My mom and I have been doing a lot of geocaching over this holiday. We found did we find 3 yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
We were on a road trip. We found 3. We found 4 the day before. So this is a pretty flat trail that we're on, and it looks like it'll be to the right of the trail in 0.3 miles, so not too far. Yeah, it's nice how they have these benches set up along the trail.
Yeah, I don't think I've come this way. There's the river right there.
Yep, so there's the river that we're following to get to this cache. So I think we're gonna get Mama Cash set up with her own geocaching account.
When are we gonna do that?
Well, we could do it today, and then you could get your first souvenir
Could I count this cache
for
as
today.
good find?
Of course, if we find it.
Okay.
So we'll set up your account, then get you rocking and rolling.
Oh, that'd be fun. Maybe while we make eggnog mac and cheese.
Just kind of clearing with the trail here.
Another trail that way.
Well, let's follow the main trail for now. See if it meets back up with the river.
Okay.
If not, we might have to bushwhack a little bit.
Well, we haven't gone point 3.
No. So what does everybody else's snow situation look like at home? Here, there is not as much snow as there usually is for the last of the year. None of the snow has really stuck. It was really rainy and mucky a few nights ago.
See? Wheelchair accessible trail.
Oh, cool. I like that. There's someone in DC who's dedicated all of their caches to accessible caching, trying to make sure that the caches that they place are wheelchair accessible. I think it's pretty cool.
That is nice.
.1 miles away. Raining here in Indiana, might hit 50 today. Ooh,
Wow.
balmy. Yeah, I wonder what the weather is here. Nightbot will tell you. So this is adjacent to the river. Oh, interesting.
What's that?
One unique aspect of this trail is a boardwalk along the section of the trail with the banks of the river on one side and a freshwater wetland on the other. The concept is to enable a person in a wheelchair to get as close as possible to natural settings and be surrounded by nature. They also use a soil stabilizing agent for this trail. It binds soil and crushed aggregate together, creating a natural appearing, firm trail surface suitable for wheelchairs, which is what we're on right now.
Yeah.
Looks like we're 370 feet away from it.
There's the,
Boardwalk.
well, I guess it's the little bridge. The boardwalk.
Partly cloudy, temperature of 38 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, that feels about right. We have hats and gloves on. So, I already read the hint, and it gave it away.
Oh.
I know, it's a bummer.
So how far away are we?
108 feet. So usually within 100 feet, you can start looking with your own eyes.
Right,
We're
that
getting
looks like the
closer.
boardwalk up there. You're right.
Yeah. So we're within 70 feet here. I wonder if it's, yeah.
You see it already?
I don't see it, but I have a good sense of where it's going to be based off of the hint.
Wow, what was that?
I don't know. Do you guys see how the river has partially thawed over? Or frozen over? Whoa. You guys hear that? The sound of trees cracking. Okay, so I read the hint. She didn't, so I know that it's under the boardwalk and we're really close to it. So I'm going to start looking under. She's still walking further down the boardwalk, so I think we'll find it before her. Ah, there it is. Bigfoot, yeah. All right, do you guys see it? That little plastic container? I guess I should let her know. Or we should open it and rehide it before she comes back. How far away did she walk already? Hey, Mom! Trying to flag her down. Alright. She's taking a stroll down the boardwalk. So yeah, this side of the river is still running. This is the side that is dammed up wetlands. So this part, because it's still, has kind of frozen over and there's some really thick algae over there. So let's go and get this. She'll come back eventually. Okay, here we go. So how many people have to work today? I don't know if today is technically considered the holiday, but I think tomorrow is. So this is what's called a lock and lock container. It's a little Tupperware container. And it locks on all four sides. So it's called a lock and lock. So there is a pine needle in here. Okay. Someone's drawing. Bark. Crayons. Bouncy ball. Guitar pick. And pencil. So let's get the log out and sign it. So there are a lot of other logs in here too. It looks like people have started their own outside of this notebook. The notebook looks pretty new actually, so it might be a new edition. So let's get it signed. 12/31/18. Going for that souvenir. Cool. All signed. Good to go. Put the logbook back in the Ziploc so it's waterproof, hopefully. Oh yeah. Log is under the boardwalk, yeah. So it was just tucked under the corner of the boardwalk here. With some sufficient geojunk in it.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's see.
So we have a metal bracelet, a bouncy ball, some bark. Someone put this pine needle in. Crayons.
Oh, what's written on the bark? Oh, initials.
Some initials, yeah.
Oh, some lace.
Your boy T. Just imagine Abraham Lincoln might have walked by that container back in the day. Very possible.
Containers
If he ever
weren't made back then.
Yeah, neither was this boardwalk. I'm not sure also how much time he spent in Massachusetts.
Who?
Abraham Lincoln.
If any.
Yeah. But yeah, so
John Wilkes Booth did, but
all right. So we're going to replace this exactly where we found it. So yeah, if you folks aren't familiar,
that's 100 feet still to go, but it was right there.
no, it was about 100 feet back by that bench, so
Oh.
it kind of
Okay.
caught up with us. So yeah, if you guys aren't familiar with geocaching, it's an international treasure hunt. It's free to start an account online at geocaching.com. There's a link on my channel.
Wait, loosely treasure.
Yeah, the word treasure is used lightly.
Yeah.
Very, very lightly. But it's free to start an account, and if you go out and find a cache today, you get the Goodbye 2018 souvenir. It's an electronic souvenir that's it's a cool thing to collect on your account.
Did you send
And
your
if you-
mama cash too?
Oh, I did.
Well, thank you.
And if you go out and find a cache tomorrow, you get the Hello 2019. So Goodbye 2018 and Hello 2019. So that's for anybody who goes out and caches today and tomorrow. Usually you have to wait a full month to kind of work up to those souvenirs, so it's kind of cool to get 2 in 2 days. And we've decided that we're going to set up Mama Cache with her own geocaching account because she caches with me so much.
I can do it when you're not here.
Yeah. So yeah, in this state park that we're in, we've found a lot of caches. I think including one that's hidden at the top of this hill, and the hill spans for many miles. That the cache was hidden on December 31st, the year 2000. Hyperlink, how's it going? So I know we've talked in the Discord a little bit about different challenges people are trying to accomplish. So I'm trying to accomplish the Fizzy Grid, which means I'm trying to find all 81 combinations of difficulty over terrain. But some people are going for, what's it called? The Jasmer Challenge, which is you try to find a cache from every month of every year that geocaching has existed. And it started in the year 2000.
Oh, wow.
So in this park is the oldest place cache that I've ever found. And that was it was placed in the year 2000, the same year that geocaching got its start. And I think we found it in the year 2007 or 2008. See an increase in cam quality. Yeah. Sort of up to the bit rate and some other features when we were out caching in western Massachusetts out in the woods where the camera wasn't really picking up a lot of the signal. You ever track steps taken during these hikes? I do, yeah. I have a Fitbit, and then sometimes in the Discord I'll post like what the mileage was and what the steps were. So there was one day where we found, I think, 10 caches, and I had walked close to, I think it was like 15 miles around the city for those 10 caches, and so it was a lot of steps. A lot of steps. Oh, thanks, Nightbot. Yeah. So I hope you all have exciting New Year's plans. Personally, I'm done with 2018. Ready for the new year. Hyperlink, wish you Happy New Year. Gonna hop off and party now. Awesome. Yeah, go for it. I'll see you next year. There are a lot of these bat boxes in this park as well.
That trail goes up to the back end of the Willowdale Estate, where there's the inn.
Okay.
It's really pretty up there. neat to see.
Yeah, it was cool to see how they had sort of a natural dam that had been built. So one side they said was the freshwater, and that was the part that was slightly frozen over, and the other side was the running river. Yeah, so today is definitely going to be a short stream. It's kind of tricky to figure out a solid streaming schedule over the holidays, only because we had like a lot of day trips planned. So we were caching, but not necessarily on the stream. But I head back down the DC way this week, so we'll return to a normal streaming schedule then, which for the most part is Saturdays and Sundays. Yeah, so we got in total 200 points in the Friend League for December.
Wow.
Yeah, we needed 80 to get the souvenir for December. So we surpassed that by about 120 points. Echo Park. Final day of 2018. Treated me pretty well. We just found our cache for the day, which will get us the Goodbye 2018 souvenir. How are you doing? I hope you have exciting New Year's Eve plans. Was just saying how if anyone goes out and caches today, they get the Goodbye 2018 souvenir, and tomorrow they get the Hello 2019 souvenir if they cache tomorrow. So 2 souvenirs in 2 days is pretty cool. Usually you spend a whole month working up to those souvenirs. They're like, well, I guess kind of an equivalent would be like sub badges. They're a point of pride. Other half is ill. I'm off to see her. Oh, sorry to hear that. We have to get a cache on the way though. Perfect. Yeah, that's kind of what we did. We were out to see some family in upstate New York, and we kept pulling off the road every half hour to an hour to just grab a cache. We weren't too late for our lunch with them.
No, not too late. They were a little anxious.
They were a little anxious, yeah. That's okay.
Where are you?
Like, we're geocaching. Oh, I have to tell you guys this story, though. So, when I first started caching, it was 2007, and in 2008, I went out to visit my aunt and uncle in where Vermont, New York, and Massachusetts meet in the U.S. And we spent an entire day looking for a cache called the Robert Frost cache. Robert Frost, the poet, is buried in this cemetery, and there's a cache buried in this cemetery. No, wait. He's buried. The cache hopefully isn't buried. So, in 2008, 10 years ago, we spent all day looking for this cache, and we walked away, my aunt and uncle, thinking that geocaching was just some elaborate prank that I was trying to pull on them. They didn't really think it existed, or they didn't know what it was, but their niece was telling them about geocaching, so they were going along with it. They were good sports. That was 10 years ago. We just went out to visit them again this past weekend, so we thought we would avenge our DNF from 10 years ago. We spent a long time in that cemetery where Robert Frost is buried. That cache is still there. It was placed in 2006, so 12 years ago. We spent a long time looking for it. Still couldn't find it. It's so frustrating to not be able to avenge a DNF like that. But yeah, I think my aunt is still convinced that geocaching is an elaborate prank on her. And it's, it stinks when you don't find that cache, because then it doesn't feel very rewarding. But there were a lot of cut down trees in the cemetery. A lot of limbs off the trees have been sort of trimmed recently. Like, you could see the recent cuts. So we think possibly it was a micro that had been hanging from one of the boughs. So anyway, I wrote to the cache owner. Maybe they'll replace it, or maybe we really just couldn't find it. But we looked everywhere. And we were as respectful as we could be for caching in the cemetery. It's a bummer.
Will the owner let you know if it's still there?
No, I don't think they'll write to me directly. They'll probably just post on the cache page saying, went out and checked and it wasn't there, so I just replaced it, so I'll just check back on it occasionally. Everyone has their white whale cache. Though a 12-year one is a bit extreme. I know. It's only, a 4-hour drive or something if we ever want to go back and try and find it yet again. Goodness, party. No, we're not hunting. We are geocaching. It's an international treasure hunt done outdoors, either in urban areas, but today we're in the wilderness. So we just finished finding our cache for likely the day. Whoa, thanks for the bits. So appreciate it. Yeah, feel free to follow and join the Discord. We're probably going to hop off here soon. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, sorry, my chat wasn't clear. I have the phone brightness dimmed way down, so I couldn't really read. But yeah, so we found our cache for today, so we'll get the Goodbye 2018 souvenir, and then hopefully go out again tomorrow and get that Hello 2019 cache and souvenir. And we'll set Mama Cache up with her own geocaching account. But yeah, we'll definitely join me in Discord because I'm there when I'm not streaming. We can chat more about geocaching. Puppies. Oh wait. You guys, we're gonna lay low for a second. Watch this.
Look at that tree, Mandy, on the right side. Looks like a slingshot. A sling.
Oh yeah. Yeah, thanks Echo Park. We're just waiting for these muggles to clear out. And then I'll show you guys another cache on our way out.
Oh yeah, I was wondering if that one was still here.
Yeah.
It's on the right side or the left side? Right side.
It is on, as we face the edge of the bridge, it's exactly where those muggles are.
Yeah. Happy New Year.
Not the biggest fan of caching. Always enjoy seeing a good walk in the woods or anywhere else. Well, thanks for joining the stream with us today. That's definitely a lot of what I do is even if we're unsuccessful in caching, we see a lot of good nature. Ooh, this is kind of frozen. Woohoo! Let me know if there's anything I can do to change your mind on caching, though. I've been caching for 11 years and have recently gotten back into it, and I love it so much. So Mama Cache right now is going to show you guys where, if she doesn't fall into the river, she's going to show you a pretty cool bolt cache. It is.
Do you see it?
Nope. I just know where it is.
Oh yeah.
So there's this metal bit. Look at that. And that, believe it or not, is a cache. You can tell that's the geocaching logo right there. Now watch this. I love these kinds of caches. I didn't know what it was when I first found it, so I didn't know to sign the log, but these bits unscrew and that bit falls to the ground.
Oops.
So this is where the log was hidden inside. This is the log. Cool, right? Yeah. This pops in here, and then you have this screws together. And what I think is even cooler, these are great for urban caches because this is a magnet. So you can stick this to the back of any stop sign or... Yeah, there it is again. There's the log. We've already signed this log, so we're not going to sign it today, but boy T, real nuts and bolts of the whole operation. Yep. All right. Echo Park, love a fake bolt. Hoping to get a 3D printer to print them up. Oh, that would be so cool. Oh, that would be really neat. And then you could just attach a magnet to the end of them, I suppose.
How would they weather from a 3D printer?
That's a great question. Echo, how would they do holding up sort of in an environment like this? I think it's rare to find bolt caches in an environment like this, only because you don't really have a lot of metal out here. All right. So yeah, I'll make another plug. Go out and find one cache today if you have a geocaching account. If you don't have a geocaching account, set one up like Mama Cache is going to do today. Go out, find one cache in your neighborhood, and you get the souvenir for 2018. It's that easy. Go out and find one tomorrow, you get the one for 2019. Usually you have to really work for those souvenirs, so it's nice to give you that option. UV is actually the biggest problem with 3D printing. Okay. Interesting. I don't know much about 3D printing. I do know that near where I live, there is a 3D printing workshop where if you have the code, you can plug it into their printers and just sort of use their printers, and I assume pay for the plastic that you print. So thanks for coming out for a super short stream. Is there anyone in Travel and Outdoors? Do you guys want to raid? I'll take a look. See who else is out there. Use the printer to print a printer. Make spacers, scattered places, not so much here. Okay. Boom, free printer. I actually don't have a printer, but I guess that's kind of the... You can go to Staples and borrow theirs. Look at that, we just turned into a driving stream.
Pretty view of the river.
So this is the river we were just walking along. And it will break down all the statistics for you on difficulty over terrain, what's your average difficulty in terrain across all the caches you found. And I've been caching for over a decade now, so all that information is stored. If you want to find a certain type of cache, the app and the actual online site, because the mobile app has different features than the site, they'll help you sort of create a search. I wonder if there are any 3D printer streamers out there. Yeah, definitely try it out, Guntis, and yeah, let me know in the Discord. You can just reach out to me how it goes and what you think, and there are definitely places in the Discord to share your caching adventure stories. All right, actually, I found a 3D printing stream, so let's do that. That was good timing. Hopefully it'll catch you guys down and send you over to this 3D printing stream. But thanks so much for coming out with us today. Had a lot of fun finding that cache. And I'll see you guys in the Discord. Guntis, thanks again for the bits. And yeah, we'll do more geocaching soon. Have a good Happy New Year, you guys. I hope you enjoy your caching. I hope she feels better.